What's something people misunderstand way too often? How statistics work and how easily they can be manipulated into showing what someone wants it to show. Statistically, there are 2.267 popes per square kilometer living in Vatican City. That's the highest population density of any country in the world. Just because I don't want to spend all my free time with you doesn't mean I don't like you. I just enjoy being by myself sometimes. Tax brackets. All your pay is not in one bracket. Yes. Thought this had to be the top answer when I clicked on the thread. How tax brackets actually work. I love this video. Basically a 3-minute Eli 5 of tax brackets. These are tax brackets for 2019. Simple, right? But many of us make a common mistake when looking at this. Let's say my income is $84,000. You might think that puts me in the third bracket. So I would owe the federal government 22% of my income. This is wrong. And it's causing us to have uninformed debates about tax policy. Here's how it actually works. Incognito mode. All it does is it deletes your search history and cookies when you close out. It doesn't hide your IP or delete downloads. People at my school depend on incognito thinking it gives them privacy from the IT department. Boy, are they wrong. I was one of them until I realized, was more careful, then watched the demise of those who didn't realize and got yelled at by it. I'm not sure about other browsers, but the one I use, Brave, clearly says what private incognito mode does whenever you open a tab window. Chrome does as well, but that requires people to actually read. And users never read. That's so true. 50% of support calls I answer is me slamming on the brakes and actually reading the messages. I mean, I do get that they want their work done, but when the same box pops up the third time in a row, it usually is for a reason. What does the message box say? I dunno, I closed it. Bushy what? Why? Oh man, this feels too real. Last week my brother was asking me for help because his modded MC wasn't working. I asked him to show me where it crashed, and when the error came up he closed it right as I started reading. Why did you close it? What? It crashed. I was trying to read the error code, dang it. This happens to my classmate, and they always call me to solve it, and what I just do is Google the error, and do is what Google says. I never bother to explain why errors are there to help, they always close it. Same goes with my parents. What scientific theory means and how it relates to actual practical uses of science. Laws describe and theories explain. Great encapsulation. Would add that theory does not mean wild-ass guess. It means pretty damn good explanation of how something works, given available evidence and our present understanding. Semicolons and commas. Semicolons are great, they combine separate but related clauses. Commas are useful in providing clarity, improving sentence flow, and creating lists. That taking a lighter to a sprinkler in a building will not actually cause all of the sprinklers to go off as they show in the movies. Only that one sprinkler will go off. Also, it will not be clean water, it will be black. Why is it black? It's not like those pipes have circulating water. It's just water that's been sitting there since it was installed. So it's the water along with whatever has corroded over the years. My old workplace drained the system to do some repairs, but the drainage valve dumped it right into the employee parking lot. The lot reeked for weeks and everyone's cars did too because we had to drive through it. That always makes me think when I'm sitting in my office that just beyond the ceiling there's a massive stank waiting to be unleashed. It just means the sprinkler system is dual purpose. Not only are you not on fire, but your skin is pampered and infused with the luxurious eau de gutter off the Jersey Turnpike. Low fat doesn't equal healthy. Low fat mayonnaise is not real mayonnaise. Disagreeing with someone isn't the same as disliking them. That not everyone wants to talk all the time. If someone is sitting alone, they aren't always sad, they may be perfectly happy, just people watching. I constantly have people asking me, "Are you okay? You look so sad and you're sitting alone over here." Like, I'm fine, I just have resting sad face and I like being alone. Lamau. That cancer is an umbrella term and not a single illness with a single cause. If this was understood, then the whole big pharma has the cure for cancer conspiracy would hold much less sway over people. I doubt it, because the conspiracy is stupid to begin with. Cancer researchers have friends and family members who have died of cancer. They aren't hiding any magical cure. Plus, can you imagine what a company would do if they cured cancer? Every single drug they made from then on, even if it had nothing to do with cancer, would be marketed as by the company that cured cancer. Ask your doctor if Flixnorf is right for you. Flixnorf should not be used by people who are or might become pregnant. Side effects include weight gain and vertigo. Flixnorf, by the company that cured mother-ducking cancer. Obviously they only let the people they don't love die of cancer. Do you even conspiracy theory, bro? Loose versus loose. Whoa, I gotta take a deep breathe, it's hard to breath. Heavy breathing intensifies. That it's would could should've, not would've should've could've. And its cousin, case in point, not case in point. Just in case you can't remember in the future. And now a case of beer is in mine. You are correct for all intensive purpose. Smile. Glad we were able to nip this in the bud. Don't take idioms for granted. Could you be more specific? You gotta take these things with a gram of salt. What OCD actually is. Edit, thanks for the 2 silvers. Damn, I didn't expect this to blow up this much. I have horrible OCD and was just hoping a few would see it and make an effort to be more understanding. All of your stories have really made me feel less alone, in regards to my OCD. Take care. A friend of mine has OCD. It manifests as severe anxiety. She tells me she has to have everything clean or she thinks something will happen to her family. She has tried to leave a dish in the sink but she was so scared her kids were going to die she turned around and went home to clean it. She has these struggles every single day of her life. It's not funny, it's not cute, it can be debilitating for her. Sad to hear dishes trigger her too. I was just diagnosed. Doing dishes is absolute hell. I end up washing the same dish over and over. Bra sizes. Myth, a small, medium, large, large. Truth, a bra size is actually a ratio of band to cup size. This means that a 32C is 5 cup sizes smaller than a 42C. It means many women are wearing bands that are too big for their rib cages with cups that are too small, and it means that most retailers only carry 4 sizes of bands, 32 to 38, and 4 or 5 sizes of cups when in reality there are more like 150 sizes of women. Rabber that fits. That an argument and a discussion of opposing views are 2 different things. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, is this the 5-minute argument, or the full half hour? Mistaking politeness for flirting for sure. Under that one, file, mistaking friendly bossesco workers for being your friends. How to actually think critically about a study says insert claim here. 1. Start with looking up the actual study and seeing what it actually says. Usually it's not insert claim here. Study says that coffee prevents cancer. Actual study, mouse tumor cells in petri dishes exposed to high doses of caffeine grew 14% slower than mouse tumor cells in petri dishes not exposed to caffeine. Mouse tumor cells in petri dishes exposed to medium doses of caffeine grew 4% quicker. All numbers have a 5% margin of error. What freedom of speech actually entails? The old saying fable doesn't say that there's a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. It says you're as likely to find a leprechaun's pot of gold as you are to find the end of the rainbow. It's a comparison of 2 separate things to show impossibility of a task, not saying that one literally exists alongside the other. Also, Noah only took 2 of every unclean animal, and 7 of every clean animal. Out of curiosity, what makes an animal clean or unclean? Edit, thank you for all the informative answers. Always great to learn new things. That's something to do with Old Testament kosherite law. Does that mean they took extra of the ones they could eat? That's exactly it, also, to use as sacrifice. The flu is not a gastrointestinal illness. Influenza is a respiratory virus. How about the flu and influenza are the same thing? I've got a friend who insists that they got really sick and it wasn't just the flu, it was influenza, as if that's somehow scarier and more serious. Like, that's literally what the flu is short for. Alternate universe where the enza is the widely accepted term. Man, I hate being down with the inf.